Built on the site of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Up next, it's our main event between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. Only one team will keep the winning ways going to start the season as we're off in week 2. LeJontay Wester to return it. Good work so far. He's got room. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield.
I'll tell you what, as quarterbacks, we sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. A designed run. Jackson keeping it. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. It's a home run to begin this game. 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra, block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late. This could have been much, much more exciting.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Another run for Henry. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that 1st down.
The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
RPO here, quick throw, grabbed by Flowers. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
He tried to do it himself. Oh, no luck. He tried. He was fighting, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
Luke knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Maybe just a little disappointing with that good field position that it didn't yield a touchdown, but they moved the ball well, and we got 3 on that scoreboard.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Chuck will throw to get us started. Oh, and the pressure is there. They're going to get to him on their very first snap. And it's Mike Green. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback. It's an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
Throw left side finds Johnson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Now, I don't know if matching how many catches he had last week is going to happen this week, but still the player, Brock, you want to funnel your passing game through as much as you can.
You certainly do, and one thing I love about today's coordinators and their creativity is they find all sorts of different ways to get their playmakers the ball, and they do it typically like that from the jump.
To the air on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short, so expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's... Well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. So on 4th down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner, up past the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. This is Henry to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 5.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Running once more with Henry. Defense gets there after a gain of 5. And that is good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Just go ahead, go right back to that well and go get that same result. Now, back-to-back 5-yard gains on the ground, that's about as simple a way to move the chains as you'll get.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards and keep your opponent off guard.
5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, Henry's the running back. And last play, his 7th carry already in this first quarter. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That's complete right side. He turns the shallow catch into something more. Give him 8 yards. That sets up 2nd and short.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on second. Quick throw is caught. Tried to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss. Offense in a hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And the run will not work. He is shot to the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Loop knocks it through. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Throwing, shot.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now. Shock looking to pass here. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's keeping it again. He's going to hit the sideline. Out of bounds he goes. Gain of about 6 before it. And it's going to be 1st down New Orleans.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on second. Shuck. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. Third down upcoming.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. To throw, Shuck. Caught into the hands of the rookie from Arizona State. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Shuck's going to throw here. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan. Here's Shuck on second down. He finds Bailey working downfield here. And out he goes after picking up 24 on the play. It's going to be first down Saints. That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Design quarterback run here. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Trying to run it in. Achane. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Close to the hurry up here.
A 6-yard pickup.
He gets it again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Travis Achane, the ball carrier. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Charlie Smith on to try the extra point.
For the extra point.
This one is up, and it is good. And they'll take the lead.
Score Saints 7, Ravens 6.
Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Line drawn up here for Lamar. Finally, they catch up to him and take him down, but not before he gets 18 yards and the first on the keeper.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
They've got first down here from the 36. And we won't see another play here, Brock, as the clock reaches 2 minutes to go. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. They've got first down here from the 36. Out of the gun, Henry. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing on second, checks it. And he's going to be brought down back to the 34-yard line. 5 sacks in that win last week. Now they've got one here.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Saints into the dime for this third down. Now here's Lamar. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he needed just a little bit more, didn't he? Got most of it, but the stop is made in time, so it is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he'll try to hit this one well. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Shuck. Complete out to the right. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
There's a design run. And the keeper pays off. Give him 7. Not able to avoid the hit at the end, but it is enough for a first.
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
Now Shuck to throw. Escapes the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. And that's just a good call there. Not the type of lead or the down where you should be forcing anything. So good call there to just get rid of it.
Yeah, this is called game management, right?
Yep.
People get this bad perception of a game manager. He's a game manager. No, you should be a good game manager. And make sure you throw it away if nothing is there.
Second down. Here's Shuck. And he's going to be right up against that line that they needed. Make it 3rd and maybe a yard at most from a 34.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
It's a nickel set for the Ravens. 3rd down. To throw. It's on target to Johnson. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove they're playmakers too.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Shuck. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
And they're not going to get him an inch on this 2nd down play. Good job containing that run right at the line.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Ravens going with a dime package now. 3rd down. Shuck now from the gun. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Yeah, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Smith able to put it through. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Well, they'll take it. Some points to add a little to what's still a pretty small lead. Eventually, I think we all know they've got to find a way to reach the end zone.
Reed now to kick this one away. Hill now to return it. And he breaks the 20 on the...
At their own 21-yard line.
Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, to really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. Arrives at the 40, and he's going to be taken down at the 28. That is the spark that they needed. 47 yards. Look at how long he held off that defense before they finally got a hand on him, and they hauled him down.
Breaking out of tackles, sure, that's nice, but avoiding defenders altogether, that's even nicer and easier on the body, and you know his teammates love that breakaway threat.
Going to the ground again on first. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. That almost felt like an instant replay of his previous run, Brock. Another great opening created up front, and he said thank you very much.
And this offense totally in the driver's seat. You want to try to run it back a 3rd time? Also maybe a time to throw it right over their heads with a little play-action pass.
And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is Henry on 2nd. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
Even though we don't have mics in that huddle, I can imagine what's being said down there, Kate. It is keep feeding him. When you get positive yards and you start to run the ball and wear out your opponent, don't go away from it.
And he's not able to keep a hold of it through that hit. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Luke knocks it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a 3rd now. He's knocked through the uprights. 3 at a time is not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they're going to start running him out for some PATs.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Shock working from the gun. Had it for a moment, but the hit jars it loose. Fortunate, Brock, that it did too, because that would have been a big strike otherwise. Instead, just 2nd down. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on first.
Here's Shock on 2nd. That's Tyson on the quick slant. Good work by this offense as they get about 20 on the play before the defense stops them. And that is going to give the Saints a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Line up the design keeper. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snaps a shot. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet. I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
3rd and 7 now after the last catch. Got him 3. Trying to throw this from the gun. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Right by the defender, affecting that pass. That's going to bring around 4th down. 3rd down, Brock. You knew that pressure was coming, and sure looked like he was lucky to even get a throw. Play.
That rush was coming to flat out end that drive.
Yeah.
And it did.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. That's going to set up a Ravens 1st down. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. First down now, ball at the 33. Here's Henry on the option. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. He gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches, maybe some fist pounds, too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Jackson. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Cox, this is Lane. That has them the first. They get 6 on 4th down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. RPO here. Quick throw grabbed by Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that's going to be a Baltimore first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Flying down the middle of Henry. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
45-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
Third and long for him here. And the defender's there to knock this away. And that effort means it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll start this drive with Achane. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Design quarterback run here. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for a Saints first down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Sharp looking to pass here. Now just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Working on 2nd down. Sharp. That one's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, this defensive battle just continues, Brock. They have set the tempo, been the dominant factions in this game, and that's only growing with every incompletion.
Kate, the results have been the same, but these are a couple different game plans, right? By these two different defenses, but both of them smothering and suffocating.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing, Sharp. They did it! He made the interception! Picked up by Marlon Humphrey.
Not just a bad decision, frankly. It really is a quarterback in this moment of the game. You got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Finds him quickly on the RPO. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Gronk gets 2nd down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And they're not going to have time for another play here. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Ravens trail by just 1. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Going with King Henry here. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
A good gain here. 11 yards, it looks like. That's going to pick up a 1st. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st down, and they go back to Henry. He's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run it with King Henry. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
To throw. He's not going to be able to get rid of it. They got to him. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They've got to go big here, Brock. It is 4th and long. Here he is to throw. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. You see it quickly, but he makes the play, Brock, and has it beyond the marker, 19 yards, as they somehow find a way to convert on 4th and long.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Quickly out to the right, complete. He turns the shallow catch into something more. Give him 8 yards. That sets up 2nd and short. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
Hill now from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Trying to get it with the option here. What a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
It's 4th down.
So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. Everything coming down to the leg of Tyler Loop. And there's the whistles and a timeout. Defense going to try to ice him, but not really sure the extra time is going to make much of a difference. And so far, Brock, it has been ice in his veins all game.
A 56-yard attempt.
It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! And they've taken back the lead. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL.
House, I'm levitating off this love, and when you doubt, it's like you, baby, don't know the price to hit these heights. Don't you touch? My mind was screaming, jump, jump, jump. Can you order some fries for me? Can you spot a lie when the go